99% of business owners are making the same AI mistake right now. Most of them would swear they're in the 1%. My firm runs over 1,000 mortgages with a team of fewer than 7 people, and AI is a big part of how we do that. So I'll name the mistake and hand you a 60-second test that shows you which side your business is on. I'm Martin Sines, and I'm gonna walk you through this whole thing. And if you want more like this, subscribe. The mistake is tool first thinking. You see a demo, the demo's impressive, you buy the seat, and buying feels like progress. Nobody in that food chain gets paid when your Tuesday gets shorter. Ask an owner what AI saved their business last month. You'll hear tool names, you'll hear energy. A number never shows up. How many hours did AI hand back to your company in the last 30 days? If a specific answer just failed to appear, that's the tell. That quiet is the 99% live. Spend without a number is a hobby with an invoice. The pain picks the tool. That is the real line between 1% and the 99. Smart owners walk straight into this one. And the reason is that the belief feels like wisdom. Every ad, every feed, every conference booth is built around one message. The tool is the move. There's an entire industry whose full-time job is showing you the next one. And some of those tools are excellent, and a business can drown in excellent tools. Understand who's talking to you all day. The people selling tools get paid when you adopt one. The people teaching tools get paid when you need the next tutorial. And a tool answers a question you were supposed to ask first. Which work in this company should a human never touch again? Tool first thinking skips that question. It takes whatever your people are already doing, the report nobody reads, the double entry, and it makes it all faster. If you've been on this channel before, you know the villain I'm coming back to. Unquestioned manual work. Tool first thinking is how that villain survives an AI budget. You're pouring concrete over a floor plan you never looked at. And so the mistake leaves fingerprints. 3 tells, and you can spot every one of them in your own company this week. The first one is sitting on your credit card statement, the subscription graveyard. Open the credit card statement your software bill lands on and count the AI line items. Now count how many of those tools anybody on your team opened in the last 2 weeks. At most companies, the first number keeps climbing while the second number quietly shrinks. And the gap between them is money leaving every month in exchange for the feeling of keeping up. A tool nobody opens is a monument. You're paying rent on a monument. You know the one. Somebody ran a pilot in January. The kickoff call had 9 people on it. The channel went quiet by March, and the invoice still shows up like a gym membership. Nobody cancels it because canceling it feels like admitting the plan was wrong. So it sits there, $1,000 a year, guarding nothing. Now multiply that by however many monuments you're carrying, and you've got a real number. And it never shows up anywhere as a line called waste. Tell number 2, AI lives in one browser. Somewhere on your team, there's one person, usually the youngest or the most curious, with a dozen tabs open, doing kind of magical things on their own screen. Ask them and they'll show you tricks that save them an hour here, an hour there. Now look at the business itself. Same process map, same Friday scramble. That's a hobbyist inside a company. And a hobbyist is where tool first adoption goes to hide. The enthusiasm's real, business never receives it. And here's how you confirm it's a hobby. Ask that person to hand one of their tricks to a teammate, then watch what happens. The trick lives in their fingers and their tabs. It was never installed in the business. A capability one person holds is a resignation letter away from walking out the door. Tell number 3, the one that stings. Ask an owner what AI saved their business last month, and watch what happens inside when I turn that question on you right now. How many hours did AI hand back to your company in the last 30 days? It feels like an unfair question. It's the only question. Try it at your next peer group if you want to watch it land on other people. 10 minutes of tools and licenses, then one question. Which job got smaller? The quiet that follows has a texture to it. Those 3 tales share one root. Everyone asked the tool what it could do. Nobody asked the work what it needed. And once you see the root, you can see why the fix has to start somewhere completely different than a pricing page. One number decides whether AI is working in a business. Hours returned. Hours that used to be a person sitting inside a task and now aren't, with a name attached. Whose week got lighter, by how much, Doing what instead? Dollars follow that number with a lag. Morale follows it faster. And it's the only number you can verify this week without a consultant or a dashboard. It also keeps the human part in front because the hours don't disappear. They move. They move from the work a machine should own to the work only a person can do. The judgment calls, the phone call that keeps a family in their home. That's the trade we run our company on. And when the hours come back, watch what a person does with them. In my company, the clearest case of that is a name you'll hear in a few minutes. She got her hours back, and then she got a bigger job. So if hours are the metric, the test writes itself. 60 seconds, a pen and one sheet of paper. Draw a line down the middle of the page, left side, every AI tool your company pays for. Every seat, every pilot somebody swore in by January. Take 30 seconds to list them. Right side, next to each tool, the piece of work it removed from a human's week. A real task with that person's name on it that used to exist and now doesn't. Be strict with yourself because helped doesn't count. Helped is a feeling. Removed is a fact. Most owners feel the left side in 15 seconds and go quiet on the right. If that's you, you have your answer. And you have the tiebreaker if you want it. How many hours came back to the business in the last month? A lopsided page and a missing number means you're in the 99%. That's the side of the line you're on. Now, 3 ways owners cheat this test so you can catch yourself. Cheat 1, counting helped. The tool drafts something, a human still owns the task, and the task still shows up every week. That column entry is a wish. Cheat 2, counting the hobbyist. Your one-power user's private hours are real for them and invisible to the company, and the test measures the company. Cheat 3, the sneaky one, counting the future. The pilot that's about to remove work has removed nothing yet. The right column only accepts the past tense. And I want you to hear this part. The empty column is good news. It means the money you're already spending is sitting on top of untapped work, and it means the fix costs less than the mistake did. The fix has nothing to do with the purchase. It looks like a guy named Cole pulling up a chair. When we brought Cole into my company, his title said AI and system specialist, and his actual job description fit in one sentence. Sit with every person in the business, one at a time, and find the work that's eating them. His method was a chair pulled up next to a human being, watching a real week happen. He went person by person through the whole firm, and the rule underneath the walk was simple. Nobody is being graded here. We were hunting for the worst hour of everyone's week so we could take it off their plate. When people understood that, they started volunteering the ugly stuff. And the ugly stuff is where the hours live. It helped that we already ran an open book culture. This team meets every morning at 8:05. Everyone shares their numbers, their wins. Somebody rings a bell when something good happens. So when Cole showed up asking about the worst hour of your week, that wasn't an interrogation. That was Tuesday. One thing the walk surfaced, every borrower call in our operation gets recorded for quality, which is right and necessary in our business, and a human being had to sit and listen to that tape. Hours of it, week after week, one set of ears, and that listening mattered. Those calls are where a struggling family and my company work out how to keep them in their home, so the quality of that conversation is the business. Crystal owned that work. If you saw the last video, you know where it went. The listening got deleted, and Crystal got promoted into running our whole operating rhythm. What I want you to see today is the order of operations. The sitting came first, the pain came second, the tool came last, and by the time it showed up, it barely needed choosing. The pain picks the tool. That is pain first adoption. What survived the walk was 4 layers. HubSpot on the relationship side, Cloud Talk on the phones, which matters because the phones produce the recording, a system called Mission Control in the middle, SharePoint holding the documents, and riding on top of those call recordings, the tape analysis system that took the listening off of Crystal's plate. That's the production stack of a company running over 1,000 mortgages, and it fits on a sticky note. Your left column from the test is probably longer than my whole architecture. Now hold that against the belief we started with. Tool first thinking says the stack is the strategy. The walk says the stack is what a strategy leaves behind. Every layer up there earned its seat by deleting a specific piece of named work, and the day a layer stopped deleting, it loses the seat. Same rule as payroll. One more thing about the list, because somebody in the comments is already typing it. Those 4 fit my business. Copy the method and your 4 will look different. Maybe your number is 3, maybe it's 6. AI accelerates a disciplined operator. It can't hand anyone the discipline. The discipline is the walk, and the walk is free. On numbers, this is where my company stands. The target we set internally is 50% productivity per team member by the end of 2026. That's a projection. Our projection set inside our own walls and measured on our own work, the same way you just measured your 2 columns. So let me be straight with you, the way I'd want someone to be straight with me. That is my company's number, sitting on 13 years of process and a portfolio of over $100 million, most of which we own. It is not a promise of what AI will do inside your business. And anybody who hands you a guaranteed percentage is selling you the mistake this whole video is about. Your number starts where the test left you. 1 page, 2 columns, and an honest gap between them. Let me tell you what this channel is in one breath. There are plenty of channels that will teach you tools. Some do it well. That work matters, and it's one search away. This channel exists for the other side of the line. We start from the pain, never the product. We count hours, never hype. We show you our real numbers, and we tell you every single time when those numbers are ours and not yours. I run a faith-based business with a real payroll behind every claim you'll hear here. And the reason I make these videos is the same reason I wrote my first book. I'd rather build colleagues than keep students. This is a business channel. AI is the lever, and business is the point. Your homework is already half done if you took the test. Keep the page, date it. In 90 days, run the same 60 seconds and watch what the right column does. If it moved, you're operating. The AI for Operators workshop is linked below. It's where I walk owners through the first 90 days of this.